Welcome to CS2 Office. I'm Volette1. I'm a former member of the middle-class, low-ranked Counter-Strike 2 Premier player base. The year I turned 21, I stopped giving a fuck about this arbitrary number I call a rank. I don't have to grind anymore. I could just play Office instead. This place has everything: snowmen to vandalize, functional vending machines for snacks, a rolling garage door, and enough glass windows to satisfy all your property damage needs. Most of my workday is spent staring at a smokescreen. Now here's the trick: if you shoot through the cloud or the thin walls, you can eliminate any unsuspecting opponents. Then I go back to watching YouTube on my phone. The pay is great. Commissions from the close quarter weapons are through the roof, and it's hard to lose a round when you have the defender's advantage. And look at this. This projector here, cutting edge Source 2 technology. It dynamically reflects your shadow on the wall. Hold on a second. What the hell is that? Mortgage-backed security derivatives? Yep, this is a goldmine. Here's how it works. If you want to buy a house, you'll need to borrow more money than you probably currently own. Traditional lenders stick to strict rules: a substantial down payment, pristine credit, stable income, low debt, and more. I call that unfair restrictions on hard-working folks. Why should home ownership be a privilege for a select few? We finance homes for anyone. No income, no job, no assets, doesn't matter. We mean anyone. Now you might be asking, what if some delinquent stops paying their mortgage? Easy, we diversify the risk. By bundling subprime mortgages with other safe, low-risk debt, we create a nice little package we can sell to investors. We're essentially printing money. So, let's leverage our risk up to 30 times with derivatives, which means 30 times the profits. Look, I know you're not following what I'm saying, right? That's okay, that doesn't matter. The real question is this: is all this legal? Absolutely fucking not. But we were making more money than we knew what to do with. Before we leave, we like to do a spread at the end of the half or the last round. You know, since it's the last chance you get to win, you buy everything you can afford. An M2 for 9, a pistol, a kit, 4 grenades, a Zeus. But what do you do with the remaining pile of cash in your bank account? We drop it in the form of weapons on the ground and take a picture for Instagram. Gotta flex that corporate sweet green, if you know what I mean. Our scheme is so profitable, we can't lose. And that's how CS Office came to be. 5 counter-terrorists versus a group of terrorists trying to stop a global recession which caused millions of people to lose their job, their home, and $8 trillion worth of stock market value in the span of a year. The writing's on the wall when you play Office. Greed is good. He who dies with the most toys wins. Literally, you can take this as is. Imagine instead of patiently waiting for the right opportunity to push in, you die before the smoke at the entrance clears. You're pushing the enemies as a terrorist, giving up your defender's advantage. That's greed, or impatience. Because there's a time and place for everything. If your game is tanking, fuck it. Push the enemies and try to catch one of your opponents off guard. You have a few moments of zen on the terrorist side. You spawn at work, so take this time to soak in the moment. Break some windows, shoot the computers, shoot the hostages because they don't even deduct any money from your balance as they used to before. If you poke around, you'll notice what the office you're fighting in was working on, and then you'll see the bigger picture. Mortgage-backed security derivatives. A shady real estate scam. It's figuratively greed. I've talked about this before, about how Counter-Strike 2 has become more corporate over the last years. For all of Counter-Strike Global Offensive's lifespan, before the release of Counter-Strike 2, each map had its respective factions. On Office specifically, you had FBI CT agents facing a group of T anarchists, which actually makes sense because we're in the USA and thematically, this is the type of disruption I would imagine these guys would be up to, you know? Well, now, after Valve released Counter-Strike 2, instead of all the different player models, it's just these 2 generic factions for all the maps. Which makes no fucking sense. Why would a terrorist group of Russians be taking hostages in the middle of USA, only to be fighting British SAS soldiers? This is not the only instance of Valve just leaving good things behind with Counter-Strike 2, which is tanking the casual community. It was a beautiful ecosystem of different game modes, player communities, and fun things. So who's really greedy here? Why would they remove all the factions? So that you can buy custom agent skins. And of course, When the game is about terrorism, obviously Valve would want to tiptoe around controversial representation. Why would they remove things like Danger Zone? So that you just play Premiere? Oh, well, nobody was playing that anyways. Well, how about this? Why is the virtual casino still here? Unsurprisingly, Valve figured out a long time ago that free-to-play virtual economies are cash cows. Sprinkle in some easily accessible gambling, and the skins economy has grown so much over the last 10 years that people now value their skins more than their ranks. Obviously, one's a badge of how good your skill is, while the other is only a materialistic show-off which has a real-world price. Now, don't get me wrong, the art of the skins is cool, and the animations of custom knives are satisfying. But it sucks that when the game is becoming so standardized, where everyone is funneled into Premiere and Premiere only, that skins are the only remaining way we cling on to self-expression. And you could say we're all at fault for this, because we're the ones fueling it, regular players. I know I've probably spent more on CS skins than I have on my entire wardrobe. Fuck me. But Valve barely releases anything other than cosmetics. On the 31st of March 2025, they pushed an update which released 5 new skins collections, which they proudly called a quote-unquote major update. So, the whole reason why this system stands is greed. The market is unboxing so much we're running out of cases. Don't forget that there was a long period of time when all unboxable crates were 3 cents at most. Good luck finding that now. We all need our gold. Can you imagine how stupid something like this would be in the real world? The Wall Street Journal publishing this headline? Scratch-off tickets are rising in price because supply is running out? Too many grannies are buying the Powerball. Could this indicate an imminent recession? So take a good look at this CS Office poster one more time. What's next, Valve? A new update for the bot farmers? A new mortgage plan with a down payment and variable interest for a knife? Fuck you, Gaben. You're gonna cause another 08 crisis for Counter-Strike. I have a poop fetish. Anyways, as much as this system sucks, I'm still just a player, and I play Office. So if you are what you show to the world, then I'm an Office pin.
Hi everyone, thanks for watching Valette1's video. He told me to remind everyone here to like and subscribe to his channel. See you all next time.